Last time, on Down the Forest Road. The freshly formed coven enters their first trial, as a void made of shadow appears before them. Within, a plaque states, "Embrace the dark, and find your way through," and a cacophony of whispers swarm the witches. Alcina and Lila cast a spell of darkness together to fully shield the group from the cold, demanding shadows as they dive into the void. In darkness, as the coven battle the shadows, secrets are revealed. As Ursula bemoans the specters of her deceased patients, Selma struggles to hide her feral shape-shifting from her twin. With the final shattering of golden amber magic, the coven is freed from the void, and the journey continues. Recovering from the battle, Ursula and Lila share a sip of bourbon and memories of home, their soft, intimate moment, allowing them to connect over their mutual shadows that bind them. While in opposition, Alcina and Selma share a slightly heated exchange, as Alcina reveals that they know Selma's fanged secret. With new bonds beginning to form, the coven takes a brief rest along the road, as the clock on Alcina's pocket watch continues to tick.
So, Ursula, while the others were sleeping, Alcina's magic allowing them to take a quick little pastime nap, filling the whole day, but sleep doesn't come to you naturally or easily. So what were you experiencing during the time everyone slept around you?
Ooh, okay. Ursula is aware of everyone around her as she drifts off to sleep. And her, as you said, dreams or sleep doesn't come easily to her. So as she closes her eyes, the same thing that happens every night happens. And she's immediately pulled back into a memory, a dream. And this time it's a worker from the coal mines is brought to her, and they're close to death. And she recognizes him as a father with 2 young daughters. She's seen them going around the town picking flowers, braiding the flowers into their hair, and she's seen him bringing heavy bags of coal to families that will need to keep their houses warm. And she notices that this man is the first to always volunteer to help people if they need it. She knows that he's a good man. So, alone with this man in her apothecary, she walks up to him, places her hands out over him, and out of her hands come wisps of pink and gold, leaving her body and into his as it absorbs into him as she gives him a part of her soul, like she's done multiple times before, countless times before. But this time, he doesn't make it. So every night, nightmares over and over and over again of the people that she's given her soul to who didn't make it, begging and demanding for more, wanting more when she knows that there's not much more of herself that she can give.
You just hear the whispers as those faces come back up again. You could have saved us and you chose not to. If you tried harder, we'd be alive. You just didn't want to help us. You're too selfish. You need your own. And just voices of every face you've ever lost that had a part of your soul eats what would be your dreams. And you continue to not sleep. For how long? Like, how long has it been since Ursula would have slept?
She would get minutes in before she's startled, just like she is right now. She startles awake and is aware of everyone around her. She is sobbing. She's quietly sobbing to herself, hoping no one can hear her. And then she puts on a smile and starts gathering things to get ready for the day.
Yeah, the early riser you are, you wake up a little bit before the others, and everyone else comes out of Alcina's time slip and is ready to continue down the road. None the wiser to what your night was like.
So what do we all think the trial is going to be today? If we have a trial.
Good question. Hopefully nothing too awful.
If this is the next day after whatever was happening in that darkness, I feel like they're gonna step it up a few.
I could see that. I could see it just intensifying every day we are here.
Guess it depends on how much we want. How much we desire is at the end of the road.
Well, I'm hoping we all get the answers we need. And Ursula just walks forward.
Nice.
Shadow.
My scarecrow shadow.
Scarecrow, shadow guard
shadow.
dog.
Of course. And yeah, as Ursula and Selma step forward down the path, Lila and Alcina imagine you follow.
I'll give a quick look to Alcina and nod.
They do a smile and a wink, but they kind of look back behind to where Ezra is, and they'll hold out a hand to pretty much like be cute to like hold my hand. But as soon if he even puts out like a hand out, she'll like pull it back like haha and keep walking.
I imagine you've tried this before.
Probably, yep.
Yeah, Ezra does not give you the satisfaction of reaching for your hand. Ezra walks a solid 2 paces behind you, not at all engaging in the scheme he knows you are trying to get up to. But Lila, I think you're the first to notice the change in the environment around you. It's very subtle at first. It's not like there's anything clear. There's no distinct change of the road. There's no distinct shift. The thing you notice is that the like ever-present willows and pines that have been around you fade a bit more to like hardy southern oaks that you would find, and like just swampy willow trees. And you would recognize something in like the northern half of Louisiana, a spot that might remind you of a spot of your childhood.
Is it the bayou?
It's not the bayou. It's a spot that would have hosted a little sleepaway summer camp on a lake up north.
Okay. Lila's going to slow her pace, but still trying to keep up and keep everyone in her general frame of reference. I imagine she's like 20 paces or so behind the twins. And she's going to see if anyone else is reacting to this shift in environment before mentioning anything, but she might let a little, not necessarily a word, but a noise of trepidation or surprise.
It's clear enough that if anyone is looking for a shift, which I imagine some of you would be, you can see the change. It's just something Lila would immediately recognize. So if you think your character would be paying attention to like the trees and the typography, you can notice it easily enough.
Does the temperature change as well, or is it just the visual?
So far, just the visual.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if it was humid.
Hair just poofs out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry. Our hair's a mess. So, would we hear Lila? Kind of like
You especially, I believe, would hear Lila.
Yeah, I don't think she's like being quiet about it. She's just not like saying anything. It's just like more of an involuntary kind of reaction for her.
I think Selma will turn over her shoulder and go, "You well?"
I know this place.
I think at that, Selma's gonna put a hand out to Ursula to slow her down a bit, and indicate for Lila to take the lead with her hand. You know it.
Yeah, well, parts of it better than others.
So this is your
It's-
challenge.
A place from my past, a summer camp.
A what?
Right. A place you would go in the warmest season of the year when parents don't really want to deal with their kids.
A holiday.
Yeah. Yes. Pretty much. But
Oh.
there's like sometimes activities, there's like usually like a lake, there's like cute little charming log cabins.
This doesn't look very charming.
Some are more charming than others.
Looks
It's more the magic of getting to go away without your parents for an entire summer. You get to just be around people your age.
So our trial is your holiday.
I never said summer camp is all fun. It's both brutal and fun. You see, kids growing up when you're in high school, well, they are little menaces and little terrors. I speak from experience. I was a menace and a terror. You know, bringing water bottles of your parents' vodka that you smuggle out in your sleeping bag, things like that.
oh.
A coming of age. It's a coming of age experience.
I hate that. And I'm guessing Alcina's like walking from the back and stepping in the mud and just like scraping their shoe. Just the
Is Rumspringa just an Amish thing? Because I'm like, is there like a historic Rumspringa I would be able to use as a comparison?
When I was 15, we had dances. Our parents would sometimes.
There are dances at summer camp too.
I hated the dances.
I know you did.
I hated the people.
Selma nods.
Well, there's
And
some excitement to it.
This is a memory. It raised everything hot and I can't even breathe. This is and
I would say you get used to it
children, you
after
said
a while, but
children?
you don't.
Oh,
And
Children
as you
who
are all
think they're
focusing in on Lila's memory, just the path never stops, but like the bramble and the vines on the sides part to just like an endless sea of grass that's only broken by one side of the lake. The path continues through the like center of this camp, but log cabins just pop up. Through their windows, you can see different glows of not anything that anyone familiar with the cabin would see. Like there's like lights coming from outside. One of them seems to be an apartment. One of them seems to be a youth center. There's just little things housed in this camp. Maybe Lila knows what they are. Maybe Lila doesn't. There's nobody around. The children you would all fear are absent. It is a camp in the peak of summer, void of life, other than the four of you walking into it, as well as Ezra and whoever else may be with you in terms of shadow companions. And as you walk in, you just see like above it says "Welcome to Crystal Falls Summer Camp," a large wooden banner above it. And in front of you, a path lays out to Lila, a spot you know intimately well, but it just feels off.
Is this like the
Oh,
entrance?
and
This is like the entrance of the camp. And
where
she'll
like
just be like,
parents would drop you off and then you
Yeah.
walk in, and it is now like a full summer humidity of the southern part of the US.
I suggest tying your hair up. If anyone has herbs or citronella, that would also help.
Will this
So
help?
usually what would... Oh,
She pulls out another satchel of native herbs.
Which one is it this time? What's this week's native herb?
So she's brought some saffron from her garden and says, I don't know if this would possibly help in this situation, but I do have a few things. We bring lavender, eucalyptus, saffron, sandalwood, just the typical things you'd find in our town.
Saffron and
sounds lovely.
sandalwood. Reminds me of home.
Oh,
since this is like the beginning of what a camp typically is, she would just be like, this is usually where you got dropped off. Perhaps we're supposed to go through this as you would a summer camp. Is there a welcome place or like orientation hall / front office?
Yep.
I think that's where we have to go first.
I think Selma does not like the heat and humidity, and she's fully taken off her trench coat, rolled up her collared shirt fully, probably has a little vest underneath it, and she's unbuttoning a few buttons to try to wave off the heat, and she'll sling the trench coat over her shoulder and go, yes, the trial of fun. Grand.
you never know. There might be dances.
Great.
Since Lila liked writing poetry and doing art, I think she'll go into her bag real quick and like grab, not like a normal like sheet of paper, but like one of the like nicer ones and very camp style craft, form it into a fan and give it to Selma. This might help.
As you pull it out of your bag, you pull the piece of paper and immediately it turns to just black shadow. It holds its shape, but there's no physical matter there.
Good. Excellent. Okay.
Selma will just nod at you and go, the sentiment is respected.
Yes. However, this is troubling.
Are there any demons?
Is the bourbon gone too? Is it shadow bourbon?
Everything in your bag is shadowy.
Oh.
Are there any creatures of the night, any dark things we should be prepared for that happened?
The dark things are usually the teenagers here, but there are crocodiles, alligators, typical things if you go wandering too far into the swamps. Big lizards, small teeth, lots of teeth.
So no swimming.
They look like this. That's how big their mouth is.
Maybe that's our trial.
Okay, so if you see one of these things, you just run in zigzags. Don't run in a straight line.
I would not be running, not in these shoes. And they just like, if there's a mosquito, they're just slapping their arms or shoulders, just... Camp. I've heard of camp, but there were movies. God, what was that movie that we watched, Ezra? Yes, there's a cabin. There has to be a cabin, right? That you stayed in cabins?
Yes, I should also mention, now, you two wouldn't be familiar with this, but there's a genre of movies, plays that you can watch at home, essentially, in the comfort of your homes. That
sounds fun.
Camps. And yes, it does sound fun until I tell you that they're slashers, and the people are the ones that get slashed up.
At this, Selma actually genuinely smiles.
That sounds Terrifying.
Like fun. Oh.
Summer
Yeah.
camp slashers can be fun. Usually not if you find yourself in one. But I've seen enough of them to know how they work.
So, since this is your memory and your camp, perhaps you should lead the way and we shall follow and assist.
Yeah, I'll lead the way. I did so well here last time.
Was that...
What?
Oh,
That's crazy.
you-
What?
were you jesting? Or...
Depends on your outlook.
Ah.
It was a summer of self-discovery. Parts of it good. Parts of it questionable.
Kurt nod and just stop talking.
As Lila kind of walks forward, Alcina will call Ezra to their like raven familiar form and like kind of hold him in her arms, and walk back by Selma and just like kind of whisper, "Oh, I don't think you have to worry about any slashers," and just like, and just mocks him and kind of walks forward.
I think again, Selma's eye will slowly start to twitch. And she'll actually keep pace with Alcina and go, you'll just see eyes, like she doesn't say anything, you'll just see her two red eyes slowly track over to hers and look back at the road.
So, Lila, as you lead the way to the welcoming center, you have to step off the road. As you do, nothing bad happens. Doesn't feel any pressure. Feels like this is all somehow encompassed in the concept of your path, so deviating does not cause an issue. And the door is currently shut. There are people inside, no one in physical forms. Everyone here are shadows of themselves, of who you would have seen. So there's the shadow of the owner of camp behind the door, handing out like welcome baskets to anyone inside. There's the shadow of the lady who does all the arts and crafts outside, welcoming shadow children. But other than you, there are no actual people here. And pinned to the front door is a little posting.
What does the posting say?
It says, Lila's Summer of Self-Discovery, and has a checkbox of 4 items.
What are the 4 items? Lay it on me.
Number 1 is Revisit Ritual. Number 2 is Confront Past. Number 3 is Avoid Shadow. And number 4 is Survive.
What the fuck?
In the road to self-discovery, survive.
That's deep.
Revisit ritual, confront past. Number 4 is survive. I'm missing 1.
Avoid shadow?
Avoid shadow.
Mhm. And as
wonder if
I
they
imagine
mean
you
that
pick up,
literally.
do you pick
Or-
up the posting, or do you leave it nailed to the door?
I'm gonna pick it up.
As you pick it up, you would all feel a chill leave. Like the air drops. It's no longer humid. It's now very cold. And despite it being midday, a shadow goes over the moon, and you all hear, feel, and sense something at the edge of camp. Can't see it, can't watch it, but you sense something at the edges.
Does it feel like a containment, or does it feel like a looming presence of a being?
Both.
Oh, good. 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 Excellent.
Has Lila shared the list with us? Or could we see it?
I think she probably would have pointed to it before reading it mentally rather than aloud to
Okay.
you all. Not trying to really hide things because it's very clear that this is her memory. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better if everyone has all the information that needs to be known at the moment.
Then I think Ursula would ask, is there any way how can we help? Where do we start?
Well, I don't really know if is the list numbered or is it more bullet points?
It's like 4 check boxes that are presented
so
in
it's
not like
necessarily
you don't need to do it in order.
in an order. Okay. Well, I'm assuming survive is the last thing and first thing to do, which is very confusing. I guess avoiding shadow is also sort of an active thing. Where's Greg? Where is Greg? Do I see
Yeah,
Greg?
make a perception check at disadvantage for Greg.
Oh my gosh.
Greg, no!
He's gone.
Oh, what? Wait, is it this one?
Okay. 8 plus 7. That's a 15.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a plus 7 in
don't-
perception.
Yeah, you don't see him, but in the moment that the sun was blacked out by the cloud, you felt that pull that you feel whenever Greg needs to go somewhere. Can you make me a charisma saving? No, not a saving throw. Can you just make me a charisma check, please?
It's like saving through. What the fuck?
I forgot I'm not playing a charisma character, so I was like, yeah, bring it on. And I'm like looking at my charisma. I'm like, I have a +2 in this.
Got a -1, baby.
Ooh, 14.
Nice.
14. You know the strength it takes to keep Greg tethered to you when he wants to leave. And you know in the moment where the world
Will he come
went to
back if I
shadow,
let him go on a little adventure?
It doesn't feel like you're letting him go on a little adventure. It feels like he's ripping himself from your step and fleeing somewhere else in camp.
Oh.
I feel like you specifically would imagine where Greg would be.
So, but the whole thing is avoid shadow, and Greg is. But okay, so revisit ritual. Is that where Greg would be going? But like,
Could be there, could be confront your past. You're not entirely sure.
I think she's going to go to her log cabin first to see what's going on there, and then assess where she should go. Because the ritual was kind of, so like in this summer camp, I imagine everyone has their own like respective cabins, right? But there is a like campsite where you stay in tents, and like it's like a fun little activity where like one of the girls' cabins and one of the boys' cabins get to have like a sleepover that's like heavily monitored, whatever. And that site is up to the north, not more close to the river rather than the lake.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So then, are you going to your private cabin, or are you going to the sleepover tent?
Private cabin first.
Okay.
Because after you go to orientation, you go to the cabin and just like, I'm going to try this in the exact order I did last time.
Yep. You go to your private cabin, and the door is already open. And looking inside is not the door of a private woodland suite that you would imagine. Instead, it's the door of the apartment you lived in about 3 years ago.
This is the one where I lived with Faye?
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of hesitate, like as soon as she steps in, she'll just like, oh. Interesting. And we'll step in.
The other 3 of you, what are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you trailing?
So this list is for all of us.
It's
Lila's
to be
list,
that-
but if we're all here, then we all have our own things to do.
It seems to be that for Lila to leave, Lila needs to accomplish the list.
So I think what Gloria is saying is that we're each going to have our own list in the future, is what you're saying, right?
No, but I get it now. But I get it.
She's trying to say everyone has to confront their own path. Everyone has to go. Yeah.
If this is
Everyone
Lila's
has their own
trial,
ritual and-
yeah, like, are we helping Lila with this trial?
Yep.
Or,
I assume we,
yeah.
Because Ursula kind of said that. How can we help? So
Yeah,
I assume
yeah.
that we're there to help.
I think if that
as
was.
Suda-
Go ahead.
yeah. Oh no, I think as soon as like she sees all of this, she'll just be like, "I used to live here," and then we'll just kind of give some backstory so that they're not totally out of the know, because she's kind of like, "Oh wait, they don't have my memories, right?" Narrate.
Because I think the reason I asked is because I think Ursula would just go and follow, because if this is what we're supposed to do, if this is how we're going to help, then she would just follow Lila.
Yeah. I think Selma follows wherever her sister goes, but Selma is also not the most emotionally intelligent person, so she's not doing well with this whole like confront my past and like talk about feelings. So she's just gonna shut the fuck up and be the muscle when needed.
I love that.
I love it too.
And Alcina, are you staying with the group, or are you doing something different, watching something different, or are you kind of like staying with the pact?
They will use this because they don't. If this road was meant for every one of them, they're like, there must be something for me in this. So they'll try to find, like, they'll walk with them and then seeing the other cabins. Okay. Seeing the other cabins, she will kind of like veer off to anything that like feels like, if there is something that like calls to her.
Okay. Very fun. I think as you start to veer off, you notice that there's a cabin that, like, you looked to the left, nothing called. You look to the right, nothing called. You look back to the left, and now there's a cabin in your view with just dozens of ravens sitting on the roof.
She's still holding Ezra in her hand, so she kind of whispers to his ears, like, see anything you familiar with? Anyone you know?
I see lots of things. I want to see what choice you make here.
Keep talking about that. And then she'll keep like nuzzling his head and just kind of go up the stairs to the ravens and kind of nod to them, like as if they're all different eyes to Morgan, just kind of and go to the door to see if there's anything there.
Yeah, we'll come back to you in a second. So Lila, as you have you and the twins approach the door to your childhood cabin and your 3-year-old apartment, what would you be doing? Do you want to head in immediately, or are you going to try and do some other magic-y stuff? You let me know.
I
what you wanna
imagine
do.
like as soon as like you walked in, there was a like, you know, like a little key table where you put your shit as soon as you get in, and she'll see if that's there, and if it is, we'll just touch it to see if it's real.
Yeah, you touch it and you make contact. The wood is there. It holds up the way it would have held up every time you dropped your keys when you and Faye were living together.
And she'll take a few more steps in and just be, this is the apartment I lived in with my best friend, the one I'm searching for.
Do you think she could be here? And Ursula's just going to start walking around, looking around.
I can't imagine it would be that easy.
I think Ursula's still going to look around and just see if there's anything obvious.
Would you like a tour?
Yes, I would love a tour. It looks very different to where Selma
And
and
she will
I live.
take Ursula on a little tour. It's an apartment, so it's not like a grandiose house. I imagine we had like, it's a 2-bedroom with like, it's a 2.5 bedroom, and like we have like a little alcove / office / witchy room.
Yeah, and like as you enter, like the main room when you enter, like the kitchenette, the living room, the alcove, those are all there. If you try and open any of the doors to the corridors of the bedrooms, they don't open. They appear to be false doors secured into a wall.
She'll knock and feel and try to hear if it's hollow or not.
When you knock, it sounds like you're knocking on a stone wall.
Well, this is where my room was.
Oh, I'm sure it was lovely.
No, it was very crypt-like.
Oh,
Yes.
right. That sounds terrifying. And she just goes and looks around. But you're not terrifying. Just to be clear.
Don't tell anyone that. It'll ruin my reputation.
I won't tell a soul.
Excellent. And she'll give like a
Selma,
little smile.
Are you going on the tour, or are you standing watch in the front room? Okay. Yes.
She's paranoid as fuck. She's like, I don't get this. She's definitely arms crossed, looking around. And then ritual was the first thing on the list, right? So I think Selma is also looking for any like sigils, any markings, anything that would indicate, right, that a ritual of sorts would need to be done.
There's definitely a witchy altar in the alcove. It's like it's a study. There's like a little table that has, like a little skull bowl, some crystals, some dried sage that you can clearly see that has been burnt. There's some Palo Santo wood, all of the good old witchy starter pack things.
Yeah, I think she'll kind of loom over the little altar and yeah, she's just taking it all in, but very on edge. There are giant monsters in the water that can eat them.
Yeah. As you're taking it in, you just hear a voice behind you. Has she told you how she let me go?
What?
You're not there, Ursula. You're off on the tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's me taking it back.
I think she does not jump, right? Because she's already kind of on edge. I'm sorry, what did they just say? They said, did you tell me how she left? Is that what she said?
Has she told you how she let me go?
Let me go. Not turning to look around, just turning her face slowly. No? Would you care to share?
Oh, I think it'd be more fun if she told you. She was my best friend. I know she's looking, but she didn't look hard. Now you're here. Hi.
Yeah. You are Faye.
Yeah. But no one's known that for a while, because in the Shadow Plane, no one knows your name and no one talks to you. So it gets really, really lonely.
I see that. Shall I get your compatriot for you?
I think that'd be quite fun.
Lila, she'll call out to the other room.
Yes.
Come here, please.
All right. And she will walk towards.
Yeah, and as you walk in, there is just Selma standing, looking at the altar, head slightly turned behind you. Doesn't appear there's anyone else in the room.
Oh, you found the office.
Faye is speaking to me.
What? Sorry, but what?
Faye is in
Yeah,
the room.
no, but and she'll look and see if she can see her.
You don't see her, but you feel just a presence walk up behind you and whisper in your ear. It's so good to see you again.
And
How
she'll
long has it
immediately
been?
turn around.
There's no one behind you.
I don't understand. And the whole thing with Faye kind of happened 3.5, 4 years ago, I think we said. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to wait till the lease turned, so she lived in that apartment alone for 6 months and it was awful. And she'll just be like, it's been 3.5 years, but it's felt like longer. And just keep looking around, monitoring, also seeing any shadows that might form, because there's a lot of candles in this room.
Yeah.
And
Selma's teeth are out.
Nice. Yeah. 3.5 years is a long time.
I know.
I don't know how long. I don't know much anymore.
Been looking for you. Where are you? How do I get you back?
I'm right here.
No, you're not. And honestly, I don't even know if this is you. Yep, all right. There it is.
What would you give to get me back?
I don't like that question. How can I prove myself to get you back rather than giving anything?
Oh, that'd be fun. And you see from like the wick of a candle, smoke rising out, and a smoky figure stands in front of you. And we're going to go back over to Alcina. Alcina, what are you up to?
They're looking for whatever's on the door. They've always been alone, so just going with the crowd they're not used to it. So they're just they saw Lila see something at a door, so that they're seeing if there's something there, especially with all the ravens there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are you like, as you lean into the door, it has like the same, like that same pressing on concrete wall feeling that Lila would have felt trying to open the doors and hers. But when you look in the windows of the cabin, they're on the ground level, you don't need like hoist yourself up or anything to look in. It's an entirely black room that seems to have no sources of light of any kind, until you see the movement, and the blackness was just a large set of wings that unfurl from in front of the windows, and you just see sitting on a chair in the back your mistress, the Morrigan, sitting on a throne, waving at you, and all of the crows on the roof start a cacophonous laughter, cackling scream as you make eye contact with your patron.
Ezra could feel her like shaking. The cacophonous. She's fully. It's been what, 3 years since they last saw, and she's been escaping for so long. So she's shaking him in her hands, and she's like, if she has her, if she's holding him like this, she's like pinching herself to kind of keep that face and that stare back.
And as you shake Ezra, I think instinctively he shifts back into his human form and stands behind you. That wasn't very comfortable. I understand your concern, but if we could remind ourselves I am still a living being. It seems she's found us. Clearly can't get here, otherwise she would be, but seems to have made it here somehow.
She has. Why? And then she'll like swivel right away to break the contact from her and just like bury her face in him and just like try to like put all her strength in her fist and be like, well, extend the time, right, great. A couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. They won't miss that. They won't miss any of that. I don't know them. I don't know any of them. And
besides, this place seems to be full of wasted memory. I'm sure you could walk to any of them and take a little bit.
Yeah.
What would it matter, the face of a child you saw once at camp?
We should return back to them before they ask anymore. But she will start like pulling a couple of seconds, trying to hold on to that for whatever time she wasted staring at Morrigan. But before she like walks back to the group, she will pretty much like hold onto him and just like wait until the shaking stops.
Okay. And on that, we will take our break. See you all on the other side.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus, fuck me.
And welcome back, everyone. Nothing weird happened at all in part 1. And we're just here for a nice casual part 2 with everyone in Lila's old apartment at summer camp. And you would all hear the door creak once more as Alcina, you are able to rejoin your companions. having taken the seconds with Ezra to reset yourself, and you walk in to see a puff of smoke emanating from a candle growing into a humanoid shape standing directly in front of Lila.
Friendly
We're having
humanoid
a lot of
shape?
fun here.
It looks like a friend you once knew. So, are you here to save me then?
Is it actually you I'm talking to?
You don't recognize your best friend?
I recognize her form. I want to know if it's actually her. What did we write on our friendship bracelets in 7th grade?
We wrote, "Friends are stupid, we'll stay together."
All right. Who was your first crush in 6th grade?
Dylan. And then quickly after, Brandon, followed by Jack, followed by Jenna, followed by Jaqueen.
Oh, that Jenna girl sounds real cool. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so if it's not you, you have her memories. What needs to be done to save you?
Well, I don't know. I thought you found me because you knew. I thought you came back figuring out what we did wrong that day.
I don't think it's me that did something wrong. I feel guilty for introducing you to these magics.
So it's my fault.
I didn't say that.
Well then, who's the other person that could be at fault?
I don't know if it's necessarily either of our faults.
Well...
I blamed myself for years.
Well, I think if you can get me to a body, I can just come back.
Let me guess, you want me to get you a body,
Not anybody. I mean, it could be anybody. I'm sure you'll find several of them. Just one that seems nice.
And where
And
would
in
I
the
find
meantime...
several of them?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find them when the time comes. But in the meantime, I can just be one of your shadows. You have experience making people your shadow, don't you?
You know that wasn't intentional.
But maybe you've trained and now it can be.
Huh.
All of you are witnessing this. If any of you have things you want to do,
All right,
the three of you
let's
are
try
all
it.
witnesses.
Let's
Ursula's
do I know
casting
how to
Beacon
do
of Hope
this?
on everyone.
Do I know how to do
Okay.
this?
What does Beacon of Hope do?
What Beacon of Hope does, by the way, everyone, for people who don't know, that isn't me. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains a maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Okay.
And that's a level
go ahead
3.
and- Yep, so go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw to see how much exhaustion you take from it.
Okay. I forgot. Do I have another plus to that? I have advantage on that, right? No, I don't.
Wow.
Oh, it's
It
a
should just be a
15.
regular con save.
15.
15. That's higher than 13, so you only take 1 point of exhaustion from your
Okay.
Beacon of Hope.
I think once Faye, in quotations, says, "I just need a body." Selma, much like a panther, starts to stalk and slink around the smoke form so that she can flank it. Eyes very intent on what's happening.
Okay.
Sean, question.
Sean. Jenna, answer.
What would happen if I cast false life on this shadow?
Do you want to
I
give it a
would
try?
probably regret it, but it might make it. I don't know. That might be bad. That might be bad. It would only give it temporary hit points.
You could also, if you want, try just creating a body. You know your magic is swelling here. You could try and dip into the weave and just create a body.
Oh god. Okay. I don't know, do I give in? She's going to look at people, everyone else, and just be like, okay, so it seems we have two options here. I can try to create, source a body, or then she's just going to look around, or we could try turning some lights on.
I have light.
Yeah.
Why would you want to turn the lights on?
Oh, so you don't want the light. But if
I
you're in a
could
body, you're going to have to see so much of it.
I'm not against it. I just want to know why you would want to turn it on for a friend of yours.
So that she can see.
There's so much light already.
No, there's not.
What if it blows out? What if the smoke gets put out from too much light? What if you lose me again? You couldn't handle losing me again, could you?
I already have.
That's not kind.
It's real. The world isn't kind.
Yeah. We learned that together, didn't we? Is anyone doing anything?
I think, God, but they're not supposed to touch the shadows, right?
I know. That's why I'm like,
Wherever Ursula is, Selma will have probably stalked to put her body between the shadow and Ursula. And Selma will call out to Lila, "What were you trying to do before she vanished?"
And just to clarify for you as characters, it's not a shadow in front of you, it's a being made of smoke. There's a very clear difference between the smoke creature and the shadows around you.
Okay, so if we touch this one, it's not a problem.
Not saying that, just saying it's not the shadows around you.
It's not the shadow. Okay, so it's not the shadow. Then the smoke. Then she'll still make sure her body is between Ursula and the shadow. Smoke creature. And then she'll say to Lila, "What were you trying to do before she vanished? Was it the ritual?"
was it the ritual, or was the ritual when?
No, you would have
Okay.
known, like, you were cast like a very much like one of those things, like, oh, I know how to do some magic. Let's try this advanced thing, and let's have a friend see because she's interested. That moment in your life.
We were trying to see if she could tune into the magic.
So is she cursed?
I don't know. She vanished. She was here and then she wasn't. She disintegrated into wisps of black.
And you had no part to play in that?
She wanted the magic. I did some to see if she could access it as well.
That's all true. She's not lying about that.
We were 19. It was our first apartment.
I was going to go to college the next year.
There's something I'm missing.
You were going to go to college, but I don't think you ever wanted to.
No.
I think you wanted power.
But hey,
You were always
now
jealous.
we don't know the answer.
Oh.
Oh, I was jealous. We can talk about that later. We can talk about who was jealous of whom. The three of you, actually, I think just Alcina, can you make a investigation or perception check for me, please?
None of my rolls are working, so give me 1 second.
No worries.
The twins are like, this vibe.
Mhm.
I mean, I want to try things. I don't know if they're gonna work or like.
Jenna, I never said they were healthy best friends.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
If you want to try something, Gloria, try it. That's the fun.
Okay. I think... Oh, gosh. I think what Ursula do is... to her, it sounds like they were trying to tap into something and something went wrong. So maybe Faye's cursed. So she's going to cast Remove Curse.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make her nicer. Being so mean right now.
Go ahead and do your exhaustion check.
Okay. Doing that right now. Oh no. That was a 4. She's gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
I feel like it
And
makes
what
sense for
level is
Ursula to
Remove
try.
Curse?
Remove Curse is
High,
it
isn't
can
it?
be level 1.
I think it's.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
that
okay.
was level
Yeah.
3.
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
say,
say,
it's gotta be higher.
2
Yeah.
or 3.
So, you feel as you, because it's a touch spell, right? Yeah. As you reach out to touch Faye to help remove the curse, a bit of her smokiness fades away, and a bit more of a humanoid form appears in front of you, and that smoke travels up your arm, and you just feel the weight of it pulling you down, and you take 3 points of exhaustion.
Okay.
Can I go and
And-
drag her back?
Sure. The spell goes off. You're welcome to drag her back, but
Yeah.
the spell does go off.
Okay. I think Selma will full on like hook her arms under Ursula's, pull her back, and go, "Don't touch it."
She needs our help.
And as the spell breaks, Lila, you see that it's like the face shift, like not in a way that's inhuman or wrong, but like the smoke starts to make the actual face of Faye before breaking again, and you just hear her panic for a second. Lila, I don't know where I am. You need to help me. Lila, help! And then, oh no, we can't have her talking again. She's safe with us. We should go with you so she can be safe. You want her safe, don't you? And Alcina, did you get that?
But I doubt what you say.
Alcina, did you get that check?
It's a 19. I don't know my modifier to it.
19
but it
is
a
good
19.
enough.
We'll take that.
On a 19, you still keeping eyes on the situation ever present, and not invested, but not as invested as the others. So it's not Faye that looks different. There is now an additional shadow creature outside, peering in the back window of the cabin, staring directly at Lila. Very much the
Okay,
feeling you
so,
all felt when
Alcina-
Lila picked it up.
Alcina kind of tilts her head and just has a smile to her face. Just if this is another little thing that Lila has, or if it's just Faye's new guest. I'm guessing they're behind Selma, so they're kind of whisper to Selma, "Oh, look, another little beastie for you to play with."
I think Selma had just dragged Ursula back from the smoke creature, and then she'll quickly whip her head around and go, "What? Where?"
Right there, through the window, looking right at her friend here.
Do we see it now?
With your attention drawn to it, you can see it. It appears to be a large creature lacking shape or form, just shifting through different like sigils of arcane and beasts of lore, all of the things just drawn from myth, staring down Lila, looking hungry.
Alcina like follows its like little face and has like a little smile to her, just like, "Oh, this one's fun." I don't know if this one's hers or we might be in trouble here.
Do me a favor, will you?
For you?
Watch my sister.
And she'll launch
Um.
herself at the window to where the creature is.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone doing anything while Selma launches
Did-
herself through a window?
Did Lila here watch my sister?
That's up to Selma. How loud would you have said it? Like whispering back to Alcina, or audible enough for people to hear?
I think audible enough for people to hear, because we're also in a small room, right? We're in a small.
We're in a
I think-
New
Lila
New Orleans
know-
apartment. Like,
Does Lila know that Alcina has been talking to Selma? Like, because Alcina said that they whispered into Selma's ear or whatever. So I don't know if Lila realizes that Selma was saying that to Elsina rather than her. So I think she might pull Ursula close to her and do spirit guardians around the two of them.
Okay. Yeah. So that goes off. What's your wisdom? What's your spell save?
I believe it's a 15. Yes, 15.
Okay. Cool. Does not.
And this will
succeed,
be
so
the
as
radiant
you-
ones that flow the little terrifying skull smiles of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faye does not succeed your saving throw, and so immediately cries out in pain as you put up a protective ward that's just eating through the shadow parts of her. But Selma, you throw yourself out a window at a beast, and what do you do?
I'd like to think that instead of whereas before it was very canine with her transformation, this time, much like Lila had indicated, like there are creatures with scales in the water. It's her eyes are a bit reptilian, so snake eyes, scales start to, like armor start to form on her arms as she's falling through the window, I assume, so people can't see. Because I want her sister to see. And then she's going to like kind of try to dig her now claws and teeth into the side of this creature.
Okay. Ursula, I'm gonna give you a chance to see if you want, because
I would like to. What?
yeah. So you have been dragged in the opposite direction, but if you want to try and follow your sister out the window, you can try and resist being dragged.
I imagine it was like a meeting in the middle. So like going close enough to be able to pull closer.
Yeah, I think
I will say when Selma said "watch my sister," Elsina would have thrown Ezra behind their shoulder to like transform out of there, and watch her sister, and ran after Selma.
Okay.
What do I do then? Okay.
Yeah. So the image that you are presented with,
I'm
Ursula,
like this
is
right now.
Lila,
Ursula is baby girl.
I'm like
yeah, Lila pulling you backwards. Ezra standing behind you, putting a protective cloak of wings over you. Faye being ripped apart by brilliant skulls, and your sister and Elsina jumping through an open window.
okay. Grabs, gets gumbied around this way, and then gets gumbied around this way, and is looking over at the window to her sister, who's just launched herself through a window. She has to go peek out the window and see what happened, but also is very aware of Faye. So I'm not sure. Like, okay, I think
I will move with you. Tell me where you want to go.
let's go to the window, but keep an eye on Faye. So she's going to go out, and I'm assuming that this is happening. So Ursula's gonna cast Guiding Bolt onto this creature to help her sister.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So
What
down
the
on
frick?
the ground, you don't see Selma out the window. You see Elsina and some bestial hybrid creature out the window, fighting this large shadow being. And you're casting Guiding Bolt on it. Lila, back inside while all of that is happening, you just feel like probably a sense of panic. Probably. You tell me what you're feeling there, but you would see as you're ripping Faye to shreds.
I'm gonna
does
move
look like-
out so that she doesn't get ripped to shreds.
Okay. It does look like parts of like the thing surrounding her are being pulled away, not so much her. There seems to be like a central core to the smoke that's like a quivering fear column that you would imagine would be actual Faye, that if you can get enough of the smoke away, you can grab that part and keep it.
Yeah, like, you know, when you put your hand over a flame and you get lower and lower and lower until you start like feeling it to an unbearable. She wants to do that to the wisps of evil shadow around Faye. And
Okay.
just like press forward while like still like mostly like leaning in while still staying close to Ursula. And like, I'm gonna turn my back and put out her hand, squeeze if we need to move.
I will.
Ursula, what are you doing then?
So, okay, I'm not seeing Selma. I'm seeing something in.
You see a scaly hybrid creature.
Can I do a check to see if I know the difference?
Sure.
Can everyone check the sister?
Unless she'll say, Selma first.
We're currently in combat, right?
Mhm.
I don't think. I think it's a little bloodlust right now.
So you also said that you took a bite out of it, so I imagine your mouth is full of whatever you're about to bite
viscera.
into.
Yeah.
Okay, then what do I do, Sean?
I don't know.
I want to know who is my sister and who is
Oh, okay.
the thing that I'm gonna
Also,
guide
are
bolt.
we in initiative? Because Alcina would also attack with
Yeah.
Selma.
Yeah, we were doing a real loose initiative, but it sounds like all of you are going to try and fight the shadow that's outside. So go ahead and roll initiative. Alcina, go ahead and get your attack in as well. And then, yep, it was. It specifically, Lila needs to avoid the shadow.
That's what she's doing.
but-
That's why she's only leading towards it, and then
Yeah.
avoiding it.
So the other three of you, Mozz, go ahead and get Alcina's attack of whatever you want to have ahead in, because we've gotten a guiding bolt, we've gotten a bite. Go ahead and do whatever you want, and then we'll have the three of you roll initiative as Lila is trying to contain the column of friendship.
Am I supposed to, like, do I need to roll to hit for guiding bolt though? Because I do have to on here. When would you like me to do that?
Typically, yes. This thing is so large that you're not going to miss.
Okay. Can I roll my damage on it? Tell me when to roll my damage because I
Yeah.
really want to.
Yeah, roll your damage. Roll your damage. Same thing. Selma, roll your bite damage. Alcina, whatever you're doing.
That's 15.
While you roll, Alcina's gonna do instead of shadow puppets, because that is for sure Lila's thing. Does this creature, as it's moving, it's like, or like just kind of, even when you're staying still, you still kind of like still move a little bit. Alcina's using that like last shadow, like the time of them to be shadow puppets, is the spell. Animating that to cause it to attack that creature.
Lovely. It's like using its mass against it, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. Like its past
Okay.
little second to attack itself, like if it's a shadow of itself.
So depending on who's going next, I'm assuming the next attack gets advantage on their attack. So
Yeah, in actual narration, Alcina did things before before Ursula did.
that's fine. So whoever goes next.
From previous, before we started initiative, 10 piercing.
Okay, thank you.
Let me roll initiative.
Yep. And Lila, you're trying to still contain the column, right?
What?
You're still trying to like grab the column, reach the mist to grab for it?
Yeah. So like Spirit Guardians is like a circly thingy. So like leaning towards it and just chipping away.
Okay. Yeah, you're chipping away. Can you? Are you? How do I want to? Let's do this. Alcina, what did you get from your shadow puppets?
13 damage.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, as you're chipping away with it, your Spirit Guardians does enough on average, and this thing is failing constantly, that it only takes you like an additional round and a half to get able to reach, and you feel a hand reach out and grab yours, a very warm human hand. You don't see anything, but you feel it there, and you just hear in your head, "We need to run. It wants you. You need to run."
It's not Ursula's voice though.
No.
It's only in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just, that wasn't you, was it?
No. What?
I was told to run, and it felt like someone grabbed my hand. I think this thing is evolving.
Evolving.
I don't know. Or it's getting smarter, I don't. Or it's just targeting what knows I will probably do.
What? I'm not. To be honest, I'm not sure what we should do at this moment. Should we? I mean, I've just cast guiding bolt.
No, we're supposed to confront the past. This is the past. So I think we're supposed to stay and win and survive.
Okay. I'm honestly, in my mind, Ursula has been Gumbying for the last, like, 12 seconds. She's, like, doing this, that, looking outside, looking inside, talking to Lila. And she wants to help. So, okay. So, what do you want me to do?
I was hoping you would know.
I can, so what, I mean, it's not my turn, so I don't know if I can actually do anything right now.
Let's get those initiatives. Can I get them from you all?
6.
10.
Okay.
19.
I rolled twice because of my phone. I got a 6 and a 19. Eaches.
All right, we'll have you and Selma share. You guys are down there acting together. You guys are gonna share.
Initiative! Stop. So cute.
What?
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 Initiative with me?
Nice. So yeah,
Oh,
Selma
wow.
and Alcina, go ahead and do what you want to do next to this being outside, giving Lila and Ursula a second to think and contemplate as they continue to see you both thrashing at this
What's
creature.
happening? Okay, I think they're not holding a weapon, right?
No, it's just a massive shifting shadow.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading through my bloodhound stuff. Ugh, you go for it. You go
You're
first.
good.
They're going to do a sneak attack if they can.
Yeah, for sure.
But they have a spell that I should probably use beforehand. Let me see this really quick. Oh, it's a bonus action. Perfect. So for their bonus, they're going to. It's also called Shadow Blade, but again, complete different vibe.
Yeah.
Totally not taking Lila's vibe. Just that's what the spell's called. They kind of build like this.
You can share.
I do love the word, the sword of solidified gloom in your hand. Oh, that's so good.
Lovely.
And they're gonna use that as their sneak attack weapon.
Nice.
For I think that's how sneak attack works, right? Double damage. Is that works or something?
You do an extra. I think for you do 4d6 extra damage with it.
Really? What?
It's usually 46 plus proficiency. And or dex,
Yeah. Let me
I think.
check for your level because we know that Alcina's character sheet is wild and not real.
Yeah, 46 would be if they were level 6, right? And they're half warlock, half rogue. So I think it's 2d6.
So yeah, it's gonna be so your regular plus to attack, your regular proficiency, and then your 2d6.
Okay, so let's see.
Because once again, Alcina's character sheet is wild.
Sorry, no.
It's okay.
Oh, you're good. Also, if you want to magic about it and make this attack even stronger and add several d6, you can try and improvise a magic effect.
Do it.
Yeah.
I have 8 damage on the Shadow Blade, and 10 damage on the sneak attack.
Okay.
And yes, to something that you said, yes, more damage.
What would you like to do magically? What are you hoping to achieve as you combine your powers of time with this attack? What sort of improvised magic would you like to try and call off?
Pretty much call Ezra to be my wings and like have talons of wings, like talons at the ends of their wings, pretty much carry me up and like with my blade kind of like cut the beast down, but the wings are pointed down as well as he like holds me.
Yeah, that's simple and practice enough that I'm not going to make you roll for success. Just go ahead and take 2 points of fatigue. and go ahead and roll 2 additional d6. And do you know what you're doing,
Three,
Selma?
4, 4.
Hey, still damage.
So my claws are in the beast. My maw, which is not my mouth anymore, my maw is now in it. I think was her teeth sink into the creature. She's going to, as a bonus action, cast her Crimson Right, which means I technically take 1d6 of necrotic damage, but we could flavor that as a point of exhaustion, if that's easier. So flavor that as a point of exhaustion, and then I get an additional d6 damage of my type determined on the chosen right. Let's make it fire. Fire damage. And she's gonna go in, and the Crimson Right looks like is there, when I bite into the creature, is there anything that comes out of it, or is it just like smoke?
It's this weird ichor where like there's nothing tangible here and it's always shifting, but as you pull parts off of it, it turns to like this tar goo and just melts through your maw.
Okay, so as the goo's dripping, then her claws are gonna rake through. As it starts to coat her claws, she'll activate. She'll scratch a bit of one of the claw on the back of the other hand, or whatever this is now. As a little blood comes and melds with the ichor and molts, which coats her hands and her Crimson Right, and she'll go for 2 different attacks, swiping at the thing.
Go for it.
Okay, so the first one is there's a 25 hit, not 20!
Yay.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Of course. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
do your double damage. We'll take like the max damage you can do and then roll it as well.
Take max damage I can do and then roll it. Okay.
It's like if you do like 1d6 plus 5, take 11 plus a roll.
Okay, 11 plus a roll. Okay, 11 plus.
Well, that's I don't know what whatever
Mine
your
is
thing is.
2d6 plus 2.
Okay.
14.
So 14 in that case.
14, and then you want me to roll again?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. 14 plus 6.
Okay.
So 20.
Very
And then
lovely.
I get to add, because it's an unarmed strike, I get to add additional 1 bludgeoning damage. So add 1 to that.
Okay.
It's my first hit.
Yeah.
And then second hit.
Yep.
Okay. Second hit. Second swipe is a 19.
That'll still hit it, yeah, for sure.
Okay. And now this one is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Beautiful. And that's the end of your turn, correct?
Yep, because I'm not using movement.
So Ursula, you see it starts to try and move inside, like crawling up the wall of the cabin through the door. But with the amount of just shadow and shade that's being ripped apart from it, it can't make it up and instead sinks back into the ground and seems to currently have disappeared somewhere. At the same time, Lila, you feel just like from the air itself, a sense of community and support as people around you for maybe the first time in a while are actively stopping something that would harm you from getting to you.
Oh, so not a nefarious community and support. Okay, great. I love this.
Aw.
Ursula, if you have anything you want to do, it's your turn.
So can you explain this again? The thing that Selma is trying to beat up is crawling up but can't?
Tried to crawl up, tried to essentially like get to the windowsill to pour in to come for Lila, but because of how much was ripped off of it, it doesn't have enough growth. So it's retreated now. You would imagine to try and heal itself up a bit, and it just sinks into the ground and it can't be seen currently.
It sinks into the ground?
Mhm.
Okay.
So all you see outside is Alcina and a weird lizard creature.
Okay. But she definitely saw this happening. Okay, so hear me out, Sean. I'm a girly of the earth.
You are.
Can I somehow... What floor are we on? Is it just one floor?
It's one floor, but like the front is higher than the back.
Yes.
So it's like that thing of like it does this. So they're all down here, even though you entered on the first floor.
Yeah, okay. So like a typical cabin, walk up a few stairs, go in. Okay.
Yep.
So what I think I want to do, please let me know if this is possible. So what if Ursula just jumped out the window and felt into the ground and felt if she could see where this thing was, and then all the roots from underneath grabbed onto this thing and pulled it back out?
Don't do that because then you're gonna go through my spirit guardians.
Frick.
You can
from the window?
set spirit guardians to be people that you can set protected people.
Okay.
For spirit guardians.
Protect me.
Yeah,
just
that sounds
being
like a
real
wonderful
cool with the
improvised
creepy
magic roll.
voice.
Yep.
Jump out the window.
So, Gloria, I will say that you can definitely do that if you can get a 25 on your improvised magic roll.
Ooh.
If it's within that, it will have different things, and it'll be 5 points of exhaustion.
Okay. Okay, what happens if I only have 4 left of the 9?
Then you gain 1 level of fatigue, and
that's
you
right.
will pick a benefit and a hindrance from the table.
Okay. 25 if I'm successful, or 25 if I roll this period? I mean,
So
no,
if you
sorry.
hit a 25,
Yes.
it goes exactly how you want. If you get a 20 to a 25, it goes pretty well. If you get a 19 or lower, things happen.
And I need to roll. Can
A
I
d20 plus a d6 plus your wisdom modifier.
hear me out, Sean? What if I dropped Beacon of Hope and added Bless to everyone?
Hear me out.
You can.
Because I would like that D4 as well.
Okay. You'll also need to make. Oh no, because bless is a level 1 spell, so you will need to make your save for bless as well, which could add another point of fatigue.
Okay.
Hashtag
You just gotta
black.
beat an 11. Yeah, just beat an 11. That's all you need on your con save.
What is that? So if that's a 9 in here, I'm also adding Bless. 13.
Well, you wouldn't add the bless because this is to cast bless.
Crap! Okay, but then there's... Okay, fine. 9. So...
Okay, so you take 1 additional point, and then bless is up, and you can do your bless for your
Yeah. Okay.
leap,
I need to
literal
get-
leap of faith here.
Okay. 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 I'm rolling my cursed Desta dice, by the way.
Maybe we'll be good
Okay.
luck.
Okay. 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 Oh no.
Oh,
No.
What do you mean?
So I rolled a what is this case? That's 9, that's a 1, and that's a 1, that's an 11 plus a 3, so 14.
okay. So
We'll take it. We'll take it.
that is failing by 11.
Yeah.
So as you jump out and land on the ground, I'll roll a d6 for you. You'll take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you just hit the ground, and as you do, you're able to grab your hands and put them in the earth, and you are able to take the roots to like try and restrain this creature, but they're not nearly strong enough as you're trying to uproot it, and you are starting to be pulled in the direction it's headed, which is over towards the sleepover tents.
Not the sleepover tents.
What happened to
So,
this?
Selma and Alcina, you just see like the roots of the earth tether themselves to Ursula, and she's being pulled by something underground towards a different part of camp.
A fucking launch to fucking lock in.
That's fine, but it's time for Lila to tell us what Lila's doing. The last thing you saw was Ursula fling herself out the same window you've seen 2 of your friends fling themselves out of. But the thing prior to that was a somewhat comforting hand and voice telling you need to run.
Well, if she flings herself out the window, that would be running. And I'm supposed to confront my past, so she's staying the fuck put.
Okay, nice. So
I guess, hopefully.
Yeah. As you're staying put, are you continuing trying to free the like fake column from this creature here?
I think is that comforting presence still on her shoulder?
It's still like the hand is still holding yours. You can't see the hand, but you feel it wrapped
She's
around
going
yours.
to give it a squeeze and just be like, "You're not real."
Okay. And what do you do as you see you are not real?
I think she's gonna do a little thing with the spell, but I have to look exactly which one.
Nice.
What if she is real though?
Oh, then she should have made it better known.
Thanks. There seems
not
to
what I
be
mean.
there seemed to
yeah,
have been
like-
a moment of reality in there. There seems to be a bit of actual Fae here.
Yeah, like, and that's why she feels like the hand that touched her is not the thing that's actually real. So she's staying laser focused on the parts of Fae that do still feel real. She's going to cast a spell magic, and she's just going to whisper the Pele Magica as she gives
Okay.
this hand a squeeze.
Make your con save and then roll for it. You have to beat a 15 on the Dispel Magic.
That's a goddamn 14. Which I'm not.
Did you use your bless?
Bless.
I bless.
Bless!
Yep. Hashtag bless.
A 1! That's what we needed!
Nice. Yeah. You put your hand out and you just say in your Latin tongue, Dispel Magica, and you feel just your, like, the sense of community around you is channeling with you, and you are able to shove the smoke away. It just dispels fully, and you see retreating onto the back of the wall of the altar, a small little mote of light trying to find anywhere to just sit, and it's trying to hide, and it's trying to feel comfortable.
Can I push myself, snap my fingers and do... Would light help? Would more light help this little mote of light? I'm just going to do that and try to light a candle.
As you light the candle, you see, like, still on the altar, it sits right underneath it, not sinking into it, not being made of smoke, just basking in the warmth of the flame above it, a little mote of light sitting on this candle.
She doesn't know if she should go towards it or, like, go towards her friends who are potentially struggling. She's probably in between, like, equidistant between the two. If she looks out the window, what does she say? Because this is the first time she'll take her eyes off of the center mass in the room.
Yeah, you see Ursula being pulled by tethers of earth with Selma running after, and imagine Alcina doing some sort of running after, maybe standing still. I'm not sure, Alcina, what you're doing here, but definitely seeing Selma and Ursula running. Well, one running, one being dragged.
Yeah.
Do I
we
have,
would be
like, a
chasing
little jar?
after,
And Alcina running.
or just screaming after them.
Yeah.
Do I have a little
Lovely.
jar of any sort?
Yeah, you have a couple things in your bag, and as you take out a jar, that is tangible and physical.
Okay. As I do, I think she's going to want to put the candle in there, and then she's going to whisper Ventis as there's just everlasting oxygen that flows through it so that the candle and the flame can still survive, and try to collect this mote of light into it as well and screw it on, and then go out the window too.
Yeah.
The little firefly.
Yeah,
Nice.
but like I don't want to like keep her trapped. She's just like, I don't have time for this. Let's go help our friends, and then we'll go back to this.
Yeah. You are quickly able to run, Alcina running after all of you, and Lila, you would know exactly what tent they are being pulled towards, as you see Ursula being dragged towards a sleepover tent. Ursula, go ahead and make me a strength saving throw, please. Alcina and Selma, if you want to grab on to Ursula to pull her back, you can give it at advantage, or you can do it yourself and try and pull her harder.
No, I'm helping. I'll give you advantage.
14. Oh, advantage? Do I get to do it again?
Advantage.
Mhm.
I help you.
Okay. Okay, that first one was better, I think. 14.
And Alcina, what were you adding? Or what were you doing?
Is it strength saving throw?
Yes. Yep.
That's an 11.
Gloria, are you blessed yourself? Did you bless yourself?
Mm.
Did you add blessed to your saving throw?
Yep.
You did? And it's still 14?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So continuing to be dragged, 6 points of piercing damage as just bits of earth are running up into you, Ursula. And you are all, Lila, you're taking chase at this point too, being led towards a very specific tent in the middle of the campsite. Lila, it doesn't take you long to catch up if you want to tell them anything.
Yeah, she's going to try. Yeah. She's assuming that that was enough past confronting, at least for right now. And I know she was told to avoid the shadow, but she's going to run directly towards it in hopes of catching her friends. Of course, it's the site of the ritual, so gotta revisit it. Let's go.
Yeah, so Ursula, being the first one entering, this tent on the interior is far larger than it has any right to be. And you get pulled into a small tent that would be the size for like 2 or 3 people to sleep in, except for on the inside, it's large. It's like probably 10 feet tall and then just extending triangularly out. And you just see, terrified in the middle, a young-looking shadow creature sitting there, not related to the one that's pulling you in here, but the one that was pulling you dove under the tent and seems to be sitting underneath it. If you want to release your tether, you can. But as you pulled in, you just see like a small, like 14, 15-year-old male-looking shadow sitting in the middle of this tent.
And is it just a shadow, but I can tell that they're like 15 years old?
The same way that like the other people in like the welcoming cabin had their shape and everything, you can tell enough about this shape, yeah.
Okay. And they don't look like they're harmful or going to, okay. So I think she's
They look like they're waiting for someone to come.
I think
like
she's
in an
gonna...
excited way.
Okay. She's just gonna say, oh gosh, I don't know, because she's holding on to this thing. She's gonna keep holding on to this tether because she doesn't want it to go away. Just in case they can finish the job. But she's gonna call out and say, help me. Can you hear me? Can you help me?
Is that Greg?
Do you walk in and do you say, is that Greg?
Well, I don't think, well, many things. That was Emma.
Yeah.
Selma is gunning for her sister.
Yeah, you all aren't that far behind. You could quickly enter the tent behind Ursula.
Okay, I also don't think in her hybrid form she can talk, because she's got a bunch of teeth.
That's fair.
So she'll see that her sister is holding on to the tether and go and help reinforce it so that she's not getting dragged as quickly.
Ursula screams, who is this person? Can she tell it's you?
Think so.
Can I roll for crap pant?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Well, as you don't roll for crap pants, you just hear Lila's voice echoing in the room. Yeah, it's not you, you know?
Oh my god. Is Greg the boy she broke up with?
And Lila, you come running into the room after. Seeing the same form you saw the last time you entered this tent, just sitting there waiting for you to arrive.
You know I don't want this. I told you that night. I'll tell you again. Stop this. It wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong. And I'm sorry this happened to you. I had no control over it.
You feel your tether lessen as there's nothing underneath to hold down.
That me?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Ursula just stands up looking at this person who she doesn't recognize and is freaking out and wondering where Selma is.
Fair.
I think the creature just calmly, surprisingly, even though it has gore and viscera dripping from its jaws and its teeth, it just looks at you and gives a small nod of the head.
Ursula, for the third time in this campaign, goes into. She faints.
I'll scoop
Faints
her up
into
and carry her. A Victorian
Nice.
coma.
A Victorian coma.
I'll scoop her up and hold her in my arms before she falls.
Mhm. And as she falls asleep, and Alcina and Selma, you're still standing there. Yeah, faints into a Victorian coma, falling asleep, the same thing. You see just like, not like, there's no mass here, but like just the images of Greg going across, and looks like, I know it wasn't me, and you didn't want me with you, but why am I still with you then?
We were best friends in middle school. You were my first kiss. You were the one that knew my first secrets.
Yeah, and what a way to be rewarded with it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
didn't
mad.
mean it. Well, you did
been
always
fun.
say you wanted to be together forever. Finger guns. Trying to lighten the moment.
Yeah. And then the voice just fades again, and you just see this shadow link back to your feet and tie itself to you once more.
Sorry about that.
Well,
Greg
that
gets a little feisty.
while that's been happening, could I have been transitioning back to, so that it's her humanoid banged up, but her humanoid form holding Ursula, and as she holds Ursula in her arms, she looks at Lila and goes, "Did you sacrifice that boy?"
No, I tried to cut ties and instead made one. I didn't know I could do that until that moment.
It would have been a little bit more fun if you did.
I agree, but I don't think that's very me, despite the appearances. I want to be bad, I'm just not.
You don't want to be bad.
It might make things easier instead of feeling everything. But confront the horrors we must.
And have you?
Gestures to everything that just went down in this tent.
What about the other? Faye.
And she'll hold up a mote of light with an eternally burning candle in the middle of it. She's like, I don't know if it's quite settled, but it seems to be for now.
And I think holding Ursula in her arms, Sem will just let out a sigh and slowly turn her head to Alcina next to her and say, "You didn't listen."
What are you talking about? I did. You see, oh. Well, she's safe.
She holds her beaten, bruised, beaten by sister. You see a look of confusion as she scans up and down Alcina, trying to process why that just happened, and then shakes it off and goes, "I need to get my sister somewhere to rest."
Agreed. Not in this tent.
Not anywhere.
Mentally, they just say, in a very, at least to him, he would know, that's like a little sarcastic, but it's like, why weren't you watching her?
I tried, and then you called me to your side.
Well, multitasking. We'll talk about that another time. But we keep, yeah, that's true.
I think you all owe each other many explanations, but that's not for me to say.
Shady.
Yeah. And with that, we leave the four of you badly bruised in a tent, with Lila knowing the way out of camp, and with Greg being comforted. It feels like the barrier keeping you here has faded away, so you're welcome to sleep in a cabin or get out of camp and find shelter somewhere else. But we will join you all at the top of the next episode. Thank you for being here, everyone. Yay!
Yeah, super happy fun times.
Yeah, let's go around and say who we are. Same order as normal. Emma.
Emma, it's cutting you out.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna lower my voice. Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm playing solo.
Okay.
Incredible.
Anywhere
That's
people
all
to
I
find
got.
you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on with social media apps, guys. So I guess for now, for this day, you can find me for one more day on TikTok and on Instagram as Emma from Moscow.
Gloria.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Glow Pinksta everywhere. You know what? Hey, let me just shout about a platform. Follow me on Twitch. Those streams are fun. And then Charm Party on YouTube. And then also Glow Pinks everywhere else. Thanks. Thank you. Welcome. Enjoy your dinner. You too.
Mozz.
I'm Mozz. You can find me everywhere at It's Mozzarella or here on Twitch at Mozzarella with 3 L's. I'm probably in the chat there. Hi. We'll see you next episode.
And Jenna.
Hello. Jenna Daggers here, which is what you can find me at in all different corners of the internet. Sometimes there is an underscore in between Jenna and Daggers, and I was playing your totally not complex and definitely didn't mess a whole lot of things up character Lila.
And I'm Sean. You can find me here on my Twitch channel, Help Action Needed, or all across the internet at that handle. But until then, we will see you all next week for the next episode and their next step in their adventure. Thank you all for being here, and as always, goodbye!